Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. Take 3. I kid you not. I've recorded these 2 battles twice already. Both times my audio got corrupted because that's just my luck. Anyway, we are back once again with the semifinal. Now the semifinal round of the Aspiring Champion tournament held on Heir of Carthage's own Discord server. On a weekend that Heir of Carthage just happened to be away on a trip to sunny San Francisco and left Wicked and I with the burning question, what kind of trouble can we get up to while he's away? I'm actually kind of paranoid right now. I'm actually going to go double check just to make sure that my audio is recording, and yes, it is. Alright, here we go. The battle is moving here, and let me go ahead and just pull it back over to the game. I'm going to put this into slow motion. This battle gets wrapped up pretty quickly, unfortunately, for one of our 2 players. But let's look at the picks here. Dawi went with a line of Longbeards, their favorite unit of mine. But they unfortunately don't match up too well against Dark Elf infantry, especially armor-piercing infantry. And as you're going to find out, they don't even do very well against Witch Elves, which was heartbreaking. There's 3 units of Corliss Great Weapons. Some of them have XP chevrons, led by a Rune Lord. They have a Great Cannon and a Bolt Thrower, supported by a Master Engineer, with the Giant Slayer and the Peak Gate Guard protecting the flanks. Dark Elves bringing along, I'm going to go ahead and let this play, bringing along 2 units of Harpies, which are immediately scouting out this territory worth of woods here, just to make sure that there isn't any nasty, sneaky Dawi surprises. We have 2 units of Witch Elves on either flank. One of them is getting shot at a little early by Dawi artillery. 3 Hargoneth Executioners, one of them is the Blades of the Blood Queen, and 3 Dark Shards with shields, one of which are the Bolt Fiends, and of course Malekith on his Dragon Mount. While you're watching this fight, I want you to pay close attention to target acquisition from the Dawi player. He's doing pretty good right now and has everything targeting the Witch Elves. But now that the Hargoneth Executioners are getting close enough, maybe he wants to start shooting them instead. But hey, you know, as it turns out, all 5 of the melee infantry choices for the Dark Elves are gonna be more than enough for the Longbeards. But a reason why I bring this up is because if the Dawi player could have focused down one of the Hargoneth Executioners enough, 2 Longbeards would be enough to get the job done. And I look at this deployment and I also see something else here, and I see a Rome 2 player when I look at this, which is, you know, nice compact formation, everything spread out thin because you don't want to get outflanked too terribly badly. And soon here he's going to see this opportunity to swing. Yep, and right away he's doing so. He's going to swing this guy up. The fast movers for the Dark Elves are going to move in and try and alpha strike the ranged units as Malekith gets a breath attack off on the Giant Slayers, and then a spell as well, and the Giant Slayers are down to just 764 hit points now. The Master Engineer is still out here trying to help support the artillery, but the artillery and the Corlers are getting damage that they don't necessarily want. Watch, by the way, this fight. This pretty much stays a one-on-one matchup until the very end. Longbeards, Witch Elves. Witch Elves with 5 armor, but 46 melee attack and the ability to berserk their enemy. And the Longbeards here with a 30 melee attack and a 43 melee defense and 85 armor. Lots of spells and abilities being casted here. Master Rune of Oath and Steel, Master Rune of Negation, and the oh, there was something else. It must have been a spell coming off of Malekith. Here comes a Doom Bolt. He realizes that the Longbeards are starting to go after his Dark Shards. He sends in his extra Witch Elf to try and wrap that up. Meanwhile, Longbeards are going to start breaking all over the place. This is going to be a good trade for the Peak Gate Guard. I'm glad that this happened. They did manage to get a hold of one of the Hargoneth Executioners. Peak Gate Guard are going to wrap up this fight easily. But unfortunately, the other Longbeards could not hold up, and sure enough, the Hargoneth Executioners and what's left of the Blades of the Blood Queen, they're going to get in here, immediately rout the cannon crew, which is really critically important to the Dawi player. Did I mention, please watch the target acquisition? They're doing a good job here, helping the PK Guard win this fight with the Corlers, but the Bolt Thrower, you'll note, has 1 kill. That kill came off of a a witch elf at the very beginning of the fight, but it spent its entire time here shooting away a third of its ammo at Malekith. And these bolts, I know it says that you want to use a bolt thrower for flying enemies, but I want to show you some statistics here. I'm going to try and move this over. So the bolt thrower deals 124 damage per shot, and that's 28 regular base damage, 116 armor piercing damage, which Malekith's armor cannot prevent, 30 as a bonus versus large, so it's actually 154 damage against a target like a dragon, but 154 damage against 5,000 plus hit points on somebody with Soul Stealer. I'm sorry to say, but he's gonna dodge a lot of these rounds. And right now, unfortunately, the Hargoneth Executioners are just gonna go ahead and take the Bolt Thrower out of the fight. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but too many of these Bolt Thrower bolts just went right past Malekith. I do mean all of the ranged dwarven units that are left in this fight are all targeting Malekith right now, and he's just sitting here and taking it while his dark shards mop up what's left. It's pretty impressive, actually. Over here, you'll notice the Witch Elves won that engagement against the Longbeards, and they've now gotten a hold of the Master Engineer. They're going to kill that Master Engineer. The Dark Shards are going to go ahead and wrap up what's left of this fight by taking out the Rune Lord, and Malekith got away with very little damage done to him. I do not like the Bolt Thrower. They tell you it's designed to take out, large flying units, and I feel like that's just a lie because of the limited damage and the capacity for flying units to dodge those bolts. It really is just an unfortunate scenario. That Bolt Thrower probably would have been better off just targeting down, with its armor-piercing missiles, targeting down Hargoneth Executioners. Let's go ahead and look at the unit cards. I want to show you. I think the Dwarven player would have done much better if they had focused their fire on individual targets of opportunity. A solid showing from the Longbeards, especially the two that dealt mostly with Witch Elves. The other two just got overpowered by 3 Hargoneth Executioners, unfortunately. The Giant Slayers got nuked by Malekith. And the PK Guard, I felt did a really good job beating up one of the Hargoneth Executioners and then moving along. Correlers, unfortunately not good target acquisition. The same goes with the Bolt Thrower and the Cannon, and the Master Engineer just wasn't enough to tip the balance for making the Bolt Thrower more valuable. And the Rune Lord getting 34 melee kills. Malekith has 63 kills, most of which probably came from spells and dragon abilities. 73 kills from this Witch Elf, 48 on that one. 122 kills from the Hargoneth, 70 and 43. And all 3 of the Dark Shards here, including the Regiment of Renown, a total between all 3 of them, about 100 plus kills, which is a good showing. And the Harpy's really just there to distract. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. I hope to see you all in the next one, provided that this one actually gets all of the audio that I need. Oh, that would be so nice. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.